Our final presentation this afternoon is a research team report transferring experiential knowledge from the near retirement generation to the next generation. With us is John McQuary, leader of the knowledge management team at Fluor, where he has been for over 30 years. John has been recognized 9 times with Most Admired Knowledge Enterprise Awards and 3 times by the American Productivity and Quality Center for excellence in creating communities of practice, knowledge retention, and transfer and sustaining communities. Additionally, John sits on the board of directors for FIATEC. Please welcome John McQuary.
The capital projects industry is experiencing a dramatic increase in the rate of experienced people leaving the workforce. Simply maintaining headcount will not maintain collective knowledge. Those retiring today gain knowledge through years of experience and by having mentors guide them along the way. This is no longer the case. Too many mentors are leaving too quickly. Shifting focus from ordinary people replacement to knowledge retention creates an opportunity for companies to maintain their competitiveness.
Good afternoon. Research Team 292 set out to look at transferring knowledge from the near retirement generation to the next generation. We quickly determined that the focus of our efforts should be toward transferring and retaining experiential knowledge. It is this deep knowledge and expertise that distinguishes organizations and creates competitive advantage, is critical for organization and facility operations, is the most at risk, and is the most difficult to retain in an organization. And even though we talk about the near retirement generation, the real risk isn't just age. It's employees with unique knowledge that is siloed to only a few. Our research team had an excellent balance of EPCs and owners, complemented by strong UT principal investigators. This team was incredibly active and interactive, with everyone bringing contributions and unique perspectives. I'd like to offer my personal thank you to everyone that was on our team. Our research objectives were to determine how to effectively transfer experiential knowledge and to provide guidelines and tools specifically suited to the capital projects industry. We went about our research by defining the terms related to the presentation topic, understanding the magnitude and dynamics of the knowledge transfer problem, and investigating the knowledge transfer value proposition. The goals of our objectives, again in the context of capital projects, were to assess and deliver techniques to measure the extent and nature of an organization's knowledge loss risk, to define and assess methods to effectively transfer knowledge and mitigate knowledge loss risks, and to understand the barriers to knowledge transfer methods as well as their implementation success factors. We begin now, and will continue in our implementation session, the story of EPC Inc., to illustrate the opportunities and challenges associated with effective knowledge transfer. Let's begin by peering a few years into the future, August 15th, 2018, to see what successful knowledge transfer looks like. Ted is a soon-to-retire expert who has helped Fernanda develop her expertise.
Ted, thanks again for working with me to pass along your experiential knowledge over the last couple of years. One moment that really stood out was that equipment failure investigation we did together. I learned a lot on that one.
It has been my pleasure to share my experiences with you and others, and I feel good that I am leaving this organization in capable hands.
Yes, I definitely feel that I'm more capable than I would have been without participating in the program. I recently had to tackle a problem that I had never seen before, and after working with you in the knowledge retention program, I am confident that I could handle it. I am glad we were able to work together.
That's good to know, because I remember how bad it was when we didn't have a planned knowledge transfer process in place.
Clearly, the success of Ted and Fernanda wasn't by accident. In fact, it was through a planned knowledge retention and transfer process that Fernanda is able to tackle new, challenging problems with confidence. Ted mentioned that the process wasn't always this successful. Let's now journey back into the not-so-distant past, March 8, 2013, to see what prompted the need for a knowledge transfer program. Jeff is a department manager at EPC Inc., who is rapidly losing project execution capabilities due to a large number of retirements.
Gee, Jeff, you must be tired of going to all these retirement parties.
You're not kidding, John. I've been to at least 6 in the last few weeks. Our staff loss is really becoming a problem.
I can believe that. I guess all that experience and knowledge walking out the door is going to be hard to replace.
It's a real challenge, John. We're really going to miss you. Can't I persuade you to stay a bit longer?
Not a chance. I'm out of here. It's going to be great to get away after 40 years with the company.
You know, in the last few years, you've been my go-to person every time we've had a significant piping problem.
Don't worry, Jeff. I've filed all my knowledge. It's stored in the records department for access by my successor whenever he gets appointed.
Well, obviously some knowledge retention processes work better than others, and that's what we learned during our research. We found that most organizations address knowledge transfer in an informal manner with no method to benchmark success. There's often more focus on head count rather than expertise or skill count. We also found most processes are general in nature with little emphasis on deep expertise or experiential knowledge. Implementing a formal knowledge retention model, such as that recommended by RT 292, has the potential to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of experiential knowledge retention within an organization. Benefits of a program approach to knowledge retention include maintaining operational efficiency, reducing the occurrence of critical errors, encouraging innovation, and enabling the pursuit of growth strategies. Now, whether you call it the brain drain or the silver tsunami, effectively managing and retaining an organization's experiential knowledge is especially important now, more than ever, as the number of baby boomers at retirement age increases daily and individuals who postponed retirement reconsider as the economy shows signs of improvement. Through our research process, we developed an implementation resource that provides guidance on the implementation of an effective knowledge retention program. Our IR, which is already published, includes an experiential knowledge retention management model, which provides guidance to prepare, assess, plan, execute, and monitor the process. The monitor provides 10 steps to recognize expertise subject matter areas, the individual experts within those areas, and a process to assess and mitigate knowledge loss risks. You will learn more about this model in our implementation session. Let's now take our story of EPC Inc. a little forward to just last week. The CEO is hearing about problems from their number one owner client. Our department manager, Jeff, is called into the CEO's office.
Larry, you're not the only one in that boat. Just fix the problem and proceed as planned.
Yes, Mel, I understand your concern. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Jeff, in my office now. What are we going to do? We're having issues with performance, quality, schedule. We're losing clients.
No surprise to me, we've lost our ability to do the work with so many of our top experts retiring. What's more, those who are still around can't connect with the younger generation. If we can't get on this, things are going to get really grim.
I just got off the phone with one of our top owner clients. Things are the same on their end. This is happening everywhere. Look, Jeff, if we want to keep our head above water, we need to fix this problem. We need to fix it now. Your group is critical to the business and still has a few experts around. I'm putting it on you to make sure we aren't up the creek when they leave.
I can't. I can hardly keep up with the load I have with all these retirements.
You can, and you will, or there may not be another project for you to work on. This is your #1 priority now.
All right. I'm on my way to the CII Annual Conference next week. I saw something in the brochure about transferring experiential knowledge and a process they've developed. I'll start there.
I'll expect you in my office Monday at 7 a.m. to tell me what you're going to do. Have a plan ready.
Now, you may not need a knowledge retention plan to present to your CEO on Monday, but you should have a plan. We invite you to attend our implementation session. Our learning objectives include propose an experiential knowledge retention management program as a long-term proactive corporate initiative, demonstrate how to identify and prioritize experiential knowledge loss risk, and show techniques for selecting and implementing knowledge transfer strategies. Please just join us here in the Coquina Ballroom this afternoon or tomorrow morning, where we will continue the story of EPC Inc. and their owner-client in an interactive implementation session. Thank you.